So Joanne Spence made a comment on my sweet potato pudding asking, so what about the cornmeal? So Joanne, I went to Jamaica for a funeral, and honestly I never remember to post the cornmeal pudding. But here it is. It's a pretty simple one. My mother-in-law watched me make the cornmeal pudding on the internet, and she said that whenever she comes back to visit she wanted to taste it, and that's why I made this one, because majority of my house prefer to have the sweet potato pudding. So I added 3 cups of cornmeal, yellow fine cornmeal, and then I added a cup of flour to help bind the cornmeal together. So one question that I normally get is, do you add baking powder to the pudding? No, I don't add baking powder to the pudding. All right, I don't know if anyone else ever done that, but it's not something that I was taught to do. All right, so I added the flour. Now I'm adding my coconut shavings. I did also went in with another half cup of coconut shaving, but this one was a store-bought one because I use up most of it in the sweet potato pudding. Now for the nutmeg and the cinnamon, I just eyeball it when I was making this one, but I do have recipes, like perfect cornmeal pudding recipes, that I'll put in the comment section for you if you want to try it. All right, so after adding all my dry ingredients, I just go ahead and combine with my whisk. If you want to sift it, you can go ahead and sift it. I didn't sift mine. All right, so for the wet ingredients, I have my fresh coconut milk that I just blend. If you don't have fresh coconut, you can use the powdered milk, the powdered coconut milk, or you can buy the canned one in the store, whichever one you can find. I usually get my coconut from Walmart. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. It's always just a hit or miss, whatever. So I have my milk here. I warm it just a little bit so that the sugar can get to melt, and you can use brown sugar if you want. Yes, go ahead and use the brown sugar if you want. The caramel is not all that yellow, so I add white sugar so that I can retain the yellow color. And I made sure that the coconut milk is warm so that the sugar can get to dissolve easily. So after adding my sugar, I added some melted butter, and of course I added my vanilla. For this pudding, I added 6 cups of the coconut milk mixture. All right, you need your mixture to be very runny. It shouldn't be thick. Once it's thick, your pudding is gonna come out thick and most likely dry. So add enough liquid into your cornmeal because the cornmeal is going to absorb the liquid. All right, so now that I have everything combined, I like my pudding to have a nice crust on the outside. So of course I line my pot, my Dutch pot, with a lot of butter on the sides. Okay, I line it with a lot of butter, and as you mix, you can go ahead and taste to see what other flavoring you want to add into your pudding, what it needs. Sometimes it's not sweet enough, you can go ahead and add more. I added more coconut because that's just me. I love a lot of coconut flakes in my pudding, but you don't necessarily have to. All right, so now I'm gonna go and pour it. My oven is preheated at 350, and I like to cover the pudding for the first hour and let it cook properly because I need the cornmeal to cook properly. After that 1 hour, I give it like 20 minutes without any cover. All right, and then I pour some of this nice liquid that I had left over, some of the coconut liquid that was left over. I just add a little more cinnamon on it, and I add it at top and give it another 20 minutes in the oven. And then here we go. We have a perfect, lovely, delicious cornmeal pudding. You see the cinnamon on the top? Yes, it's popping. It was a lovely pudding and my mother-in-law enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching, and check out the ingredients in the comment section on Facebook or in the description box on YouTube. All right, bye.